Okay, I just finished chapter 83, so let's do some catching up. So Vatha is basically becoming one of Shallan's squires, which is pretty cool. She sneaks into this party, and there's like, listen, is there a spread named Gluttony? Because that kind of seems like that's what's going on here. And she puts up a veil, mirage, shadow self, and then dips and goes looking around. But when she got to the top, she said that she saw her shadow was pointing to the opposite direction. It was going the wrong way, and it was like telling her to get out of there. Is that like some Shadesmar stuff? Like, is somebody talking to her from Shadesmar to be like, "Hey, Shallan, you're getting into some crazy shit. Don't do that." Is that what that is? And then Kaladin kills a fused with his knife, but it's sill. It's a shard knife, sill knife, whatever that is. He kills one, but he stabbed it and it was like completely unaffected by it. And Sill was like, go up like to the heart, and he brings it up and says he hit something hard and brittle. Do the fused have like gem hearts too? And that's how that's going on. Either way, that was nuts. And then Shallan goes to Grund, the kid, to, steal food and figure that shit out. And Grund got killed. And as he was dying, he said that he hates her and that everyone hates her. Because she's been given food out, she accidentally made the local gang basically turn all of her friends into, like, prey. And that sucks. That does suck. Trying to do the right thing and it ends up being the wrong thing. That's a bummer. And then Kaladin asks Aesir how she's able to, like, feed people and stuff like that. And she takes him to this, like, secret room within a secret room within a secret other room. And they have a soulcaster. They have two soulcasters. And they're, like, turning, shit into food. But she mentioned that they got these big sheets of metal to, like, line the walls so that they don't get caught using soulcasters. And she said it was given to them basically by Hoid. So, I'm assuming those sheets of metal are aluminum, because aluminum, like, cancels out everything. Does it cancel out magic on Roshar as well? Because I've always been curious as to if different magic systems work across different planets. Like, if somebody could use Stormlight on Scadrial, or burn metal on Roshar. I don't know, but that is really interesting. And also, why? Why is Hoid helping them? I don't know, but that's just a whole nother thing. And then, Hoid meets with Shallan. I really like this. This was a really good... Even the story kind of went over my head, as always. But the fact that he basically told Shallan, like, hey, you can forgive yourself. Like, you can get past this. Like, you're actually a good person. You're carrying this weight that you really should not be. I thought that was cool. The fact that he, like, looked her in the face and was like, you can stop beating yourself up over this. But in the midst of all this, Hoid used Stormlight and created illusions himself. So, what? And then it mentioned, I don't know if I didn't pick up on it in the original description, but Aesir's face is, like, all scarred up, like, across her face and shit. Princess Vivenna's like a badass warrior now? I like that. I like that a lot. I always really like the trope where, like, the princess goes off into the woods for a few, years and nobody knows what happens to her, and then she's like the leader of this band of badasses. Like, I don't know. I enjoy that. But then the city gets attacked, and there's like a giant Attack on Titan level monster where did that come from? Since when has that been a thing? It's like red eyes and like made of stone, I guess, and like tearing walls down. Yikes. But then, Aesir's sword. They called it a shard blade, but Adolin sees her fight, and like she's just cutting the tips off of all the spears. But when she does it, when she kills somebody, it turns the body gray, but it doesn't burn their eyes out. That doesn't seem like a shard blade to me. And turns the body gray, like takes all the color out of it, like how Nightblood used to do, but Zeth has Nightblood. So, what is that? So then they go and they find this room of people that are like locked inside, they cut through it, and it's a bunch of guards that refused to follow the Queen's orders and say like the Queen's gone crazy. She killed a Bright Lord after executing that Ardent that like talked shit to her, painting the murals and stuff. That's pretty wild. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Like, if the queen is, like, corrupted by odium, maybe? I don't know. But that chapter ended with them finding, like, the Unmade, and Shallan pulls a Kaladin and is like, I'll see what I can do. Here's the thing. If the queen is under odium's influence, there's no way this is going to go well. There's no way. And now, I normally don't theorize stuff, but I said a while ago that I will be very surprised if Elhokar makes it out of here. And now, imagine if Elhokar finally, like, finds his wife, and she's like, oh, I'm not leaving. I'm in charge here. Things are pretty awesome. And Elhokar's like, no, we gotta go. And she's like, I said I'm not leaving. Like, there's no way this is gonna go well. I don't know what's happening, but let's carry it. And also, there's a baby. There's a baby in here somewhere.